Hi, I'm Monica Flood with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Baton Rouge. I would like to thank the generosity of Children's Trust and the United Way for making these classes possible. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Monica Flood. Today I'd like to talk to you about a word that I often hear children call one another, and people in general. Adults say this word too. That word is weird. And usually when people say something's weird, it's because they're really uncomfortable with what they see. It's something unusual, different. And a lot of times if people call me weird, I get my feelings hurt. But I'd like to talk about that word for a little bit because if we think about it in a different way, really weird is all of us. Weird is different, and we're all different. We have our different likes, our different dislikes, our different talents, our different struggles. So, when I think about the word weird, I think about something that's wonderful, it's strange, exciting, different, unusual, and creative. Creativity is usually thought of as weird, especially at first, because it's different. I want you to think about airplanes for a minute. Let's talk about airplanes. So, way back when the Wright brothers started first trying to make different vehicles that could fly, they had a lot of things that didn't work. And when people watched them try to go in the air and fly, they really thought that was strange and weird. And that's how it is with inventions. Because it's something different and new, we think it's weird. Nobody had ever flown before. But it's also creative. Just think about if they had been afraid to make an airplane because they didn't like people calling it weird. Where would we be now? We wouldn't have this awesome gift of traveling quickly to places. And that would be a loss. So weird can be creative. And that's a great thing. Think about, I know when I was younger, when iPhones first came out, the idea that people would want to have a phone with them in their purse or in their pocket all the time was weird. People thought that that would never be a real thing. People had phones in their houses, and that was normal. And look at now, we don't think that's weird because everybody does it. So weird is often creative. So the next time somebody says I'm weird, I think I'm going to say thank you. Because weird is Wonderful, strange, exciting, different, unusual, and creative. How do you feel today? Do you feel happy, sad, mad, excited, anxious, worried, lonely, scared, ashamed, overwhelmed? Are 2 or 3 or 4 of these feelings together? Or a different feeling, maybe disappointed? I'm feeling happy, nervous, and excited. Remember, feelings don't happen one at a time usually. Feelings can be weird. They can feel uncomfortable and strange. And that's okay. And all of us feel these different times during our lives. Every single person. To feel is to be alive and to be human. And how strong is your feeling? How intense is it? A 0 is not much, just a little bit. And then 1, 2, 3 is about a medium, 4 bigger, and 5 is, yikes, the top. Strong, strong feeling. So I want you to think about how you're feeling every day. Think about putting words to your feelings and thinking about how strong your feelings are. Because that helps us to be more confident in ourselves, because we know about our insides, what's going on with us. And that helps us to think about how we're acting, because how we're feeling inside usually affects what we say and do on the outside. And that's important. That's how we're going to stop meanness, by paying attention to that and trying to be as kind as possible. All right, so I'd like you to get a sheet of paper and a pencil, crayons if you have them. If you don't, that's okay. And what we're going to do today, at the top of your paper, I want you to write, I'm thankful. And for at least a week, you can do this for longer. Every day, I would like you to think about one thing that you're thankful for. And what's a week? How many days in a week? There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So whatever day of the week it is today, that's your first day. And I want you to do this for at least 7 days. You can do it for longer. Why? Because people that are grateful and thankful are usually happier. Even if you're not having a good day, there can be at least one thing that you're thankful for. And I want you to think of a different thing for each day. I'm going to share with you my examples. And this might be your example too, or you could have something totally different. It's whatever you want to be thankful for. There are no wrong answers for this. So I'm thankful for myself, for me, family, friends, sunshine. Outside has been really sunny lately, and I enjoy that sunshine. Getting enough sleep, that's a big deal for me. Makes me feel better. Clean clothes, fresh fruit. So those are my seven things. I want you to do that for a week. and then keep it as a reminder that there are good things in the world, things that we're thankful for. And when you're done, you could do the back and do another week of 7 things. That's a good habit to help us focus on what we're grateful for. Since we talked about the word weird, I'm going to share with you a book today. And I really like this book. It's called It's Okay to Be Different. And it's written by Todd Parr. That's the author of this story. That means he wrote this story. And if you look at the pictures, I like these pictures. They're weird, right? But they're fun and creative too. They're all of that. So It's Okay to Be Different by Todd Parr. It's okay to be missing a tooth, or 2, or 3. It's okay to need some help. And why is she wearing glasses? Probably because she's blind. And this is a seeing eye dog. It helps her to move around. The dog can be her eyes for her. It's okay to have a different nose. What animal is this? An elephant. And what is an elephant's nose called? A trunk. And an elephant can even pick up things with its trunk. It's okay to be a different color. And that's what makes us unique and special, because we're all different colors. That's what makes this an interesting world. It's okay to have no hair. Often, people who have no hair maybe because they are sick, and I know people that have cancer will have radiation treatments, and that causes them to lose their hair. And they might feel self-conscious or ashamed about that. So if you see somebody with no hair, should you point to that person in public? Because that's mean. Yes, that might make them feel bad. So don't point to them. You can just notice them and notice and know that that's okay, that they have no hair. And hair grows back usually. It's okay to have big ears, like a bunny rabbit. It's okay to have wheels, like somebody that gets around by using a wheelchair. It's okay to be small, medium, large, extra large. It's okay to wear glasses. When I have to read really small print, really small words, I wear glasses too. It's okay to talk about your feelings. That's a good way to deal with your feelings. To help us work through our feelings by talking about them. That's fine. It's okay to eat macaroni and cheese in the bathroom. Only if mom and dad say that's okay. It's okay to say no to bad things. In fact, that's a brave thing to do. It's okay to come from a different place. It's okay to be embarrassed. What happened? Look, she's walking around and she has toilet paper on her shoe. I've done that before. It is embarrassing. It's okay to come in last. It's okay to dance by yourself. It's okay to have a pet worm. It's okay to be proud of yourself. Being proud of yourself is a good thing, guys. Now that's different from bragging. Bragging is saying over and over, usually kind of what we call rubbing it in, especially if you win a game. Sometimes people do this. They'll say, ha ha, I won and you didn't. We don't want to do that because that makes people feel bad. I have a picture in my game room and it says, don't brag too much if you win and don't pout too much if you lose. Both of those make games not fun. And games are meant to be fun. That's why we play them. After, if you play a game with somebody, you know what I like to do? I like to shake hands with them and say good game and not focus on who won and who lost. It's okay to have different moms. It's okay to have different dads. It's okay to be adopted. Absolutely. Children who are adopted are special. Their moms and dads love them. It's okay to have an invisible friend. What's invisible mean? That you can't see it. It's okay to do something nice for someone. It's okay to lose your mittens. That's a hard thing to do when it's cold outside, but you can always buy new ones. It's okay to get mad. Mad is just a feeling. It's not right or wrong or good or bad. It's part of life. It's okay to do something nice for yourself. It's okay to it's okay to help a squirrel collect nuts. Look, they have a lot of nuts. They're probably going to save them for later when nuts are hard to find, like in the wintertime. It's okay to have different kinds of friends. That's what makes life interesting. It's okay to make a wish. It's okay to be different. You are special and important just because of being who you are. Love, Todd. Who is that? Who is Todd? That's the author of the book. And I think that's an awesome message. We're all different. And that's a good thing. All right, guys, before I go today, I'd like to talk to you about something. I was talking to my son a few weeks ago about anger. Anger is one of those uncomfortable feelings. It's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong. We all feel it. But he likes to game. That's not something that I really do. But I know a lot of children are gamers. They like to play games. And there's something that is a trend or something that's been going on. I think it's been happening for a while, but it's called rage quit. What is that? That's when they're losing the game, they turn off the game and don't play the game till the end. I think that is problematic. It's troubling to me. Why? Because anger isn't good or bad, right or wrong. It's often an uncomfortable feeling that we all experience, and that's okay. But when we rage quit, when we're angry and we just quit the game, that's not fair to the person that we're playing with. They might get angry and maybe even scared. And if you do that, I know that in some games, you can even virtually, not in real life, in the game itself. I know sometimes there's a table that you play at and you can throw the table. The danger in that is that if we carry that on to real life, it can be very scary for the other people in the room. I have been in a classroom where a student has been angry and they've started to throw the desks. That makes the other people scared. And we're making it all the focus on us, and we're not thinking about others around us. So there are just other ways that are healthier that we can handle our other ways that we can handle our anger besides that. So if that's something that you do sometimes, I would challenge you to think about a different way to express that anger. Why? Because if you do it that way, sometimes it even makes your situation worse. Sometimes when people rage quit, they also throw things, and they might throw their controller, they might throw the controller at the monitor, and then what happens? Then you get angrier. It doesn't help you work through your anger. You get even angrier, and it makes the situation worse. Because now mom and dad are going to be really angry at you too. And those are expensive. Controllers are expensive, and monitors are expensive. And you've just made the situation worse instead of helping you work through your anger. So that's a troubling trend. I'm going to share something with you. I'm not a gamer, but I have a similar experience. And this is not my finest moment, but I'm sharing this with you to let you know me too. That kind of thing or behavior happens to all of us. So I was driving one time, and I have a daughter and a son, and they were in the back seat, and they started fighting. And this is really a little shaming for me, so let me take a deep breath before I share. I started hitting the brake because I was so angry. And what did that do? That made it about me, not about them. That put the focus on me. Did it make them stop? Yes, but it also made them afraid, and it made me afraid. Why? Because I could have gotten in a wreck. I could have hurt us. I could have damaged our car, and then it would have made the problem worse. And in the moment, right after I did it, I regretted it. So it didn't really help me. It stopped their fighting, but it did not help me work through my anger. It added to the anger, added fear to the anger. Fear, they became fearful, I became fearful. So I think there are healthier ways that we can deal with our anger. What could we do? We could make a mad picture, tear up that picture if we want. We can go outside and jog. We can jump on the trampoline. We could write about how we're feeling. We could talk to somebody about our feelings. We could do a mad dance. There are so many other healthier ways to express our anger. So I just want you to think about that and maybe try something different next time you feel like throwing something or rage quitting a game. Thank you. Stay kind. And together we can work on stopping meanness. Bye.